Patty, what are they doing over there with Sheldon? So you drop a ball and you get interviewed?
International story.
International story.
He's going international.
Well, he is international.
That's what it's
Talk about how safeties are really popular in American football.
Yeah.
What does Manny Diaz do that's unique?
He's very multiple. He runs just about every front there is and just about every coverage. And so it's hard to get a bead on a tendency on him because he does so many things.
A lot of disguises.
A lot of blitzing. He's probably blitzing about 60% of the time right now. In the games, and so he's bringing people from all over the place.
They start 3 true freshman linebackers. What do those guys do well, especially for a freshman?
Oh, all 3 of those linebackers can run and they hit you. And they understand what he's doing with them. And they got the key to them is they got some really good guys up front to keep people off of them. So they can make plays. And those big guys up front, that's probably their deepest position on defense. And I think they're playing really well up front.
Guys, you guys had 2 really emotional games, and then you had the performance last week. How do they look in practice this week? Is there some?
We've had probably our best Tuesday and Wednesday of the season so far. We've really had 2 really good days of practice, and Sundays was good too. But the 2 hard work days today and yesterday were really good. Great attitudes, enthusiasm, energy level, everything. So it was really good to see.
Is that about regrouping? Is that about getting the attention to kind of hone the focus more? Is there anything you can point to with that to see a response?
I think it has to do with our leadership. I think our leadership, was. I think they were all disappointed in the way we performed last Saturday. Coaches included. And so they want to get back out there and play again, and they know that it's the preparation that's going to be the key.
Speaking of leadership, we know about Dez and Donnie and some of those guys coming into the season. Has there been any new faces that kind of stepped up in that role on either side of the ball?
Nas, Donnie, Dominique Green, Dez Lawrence, those guys defensively they're doing a great job of leading. On offense, it's the guy, it's Mitch, it's Mac, it's Bug, it's Caleb Peterson, those guys. The guys that we were expecting.
Is your history with Coach Rick only when you were, I guess, at Florida? Is that the only history you have?
Yeah, and then I played against him one time when I was at Oklahoma State also.
Okay. What is he doing anything much different with Miami than he did at Georgia?
He's doing, his offense is changed quite a bit. He's spread it out a little bit more, and they're going up tempo. So he's never, to my knowledge, or at least whenever I played him in the past, he's never been a tempo offense. He's been your typical pro style. And he's changed that. He's much more up-tempo and changing the tempo throughout the game.
You guys have faced a lot of good running games so far this year. Is Kaya by far the best quarterback you faced?
I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. He's dang good. There's no doubt about it. And then you got Walton and Yerby, who both running backs that are. They if they don't have a different number on their back, you wouldn't know which one's in there. Because they both look similar. They run similar. It's a quality offense, no doubt about it.
Did the offense take personally the fact that they gave Virginia Tech short fields on just about every
I hope so. We'll find out. I think they did. I think they were really disappointed with the way that they played, and rightly so. And so they got a lot of pride about them. They have a standard that they expect to hit, and they want to get back to this thing.
Is everything you're looking at film-wise from this year, you're not looking at last year when you played them? Since y'all have history with
No, we're not looking at last year's game with them. We're looking at we're looking at all this year, Georgia offense and Mississippi State defense. So we've looked at a lot of film.
Is there anything personal experience that carries over from the series now that there's been the coaching change? Is there anything you take away?
Personnel, just personnel.
Okay.
A lot of these guys played against us last year, and we played against, so they know us and we know them. But other than that, no. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.